Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 4 of our Kajukenbo at-home workout series. If this is your first time joining us, don't worry. I break down everything we're doing into super small, digestible chunks. But if you want to check out our other lessons, you can click this link right here. Otherwise, we're going to jump right into our warm-up. And as always, we're going to be doing the body roll. And if you already know the body roll and you don't need to be guided through it, you can skip ahead to this time code and we'll move on from there. Alright you guys, let's get started. Okay, so the body roll. We're going to start with the ankles. I'm starting with the right ankle, and I'm going to do 10 rotations to the outside. And then I'm going to switch 10 rotations to the inside. Then I switch to the other foot, 10 rotations to the outside. And then 10 rotations to the inside. Moving on to my knees, I put some light pressure on here. I rotate 10 times to the right and 10 times to the left. Some of y'all may be bored of this warm-up, but I find it's one of the best to prevent injury. One of the most damaging things you can do to yourself in martial arts is not warm up properly. From there we move on to hip flexor rotations. If you just jump in cold to those head kicks or to sparring, you're more likely to hurt yourself than you are to get hurt by someone else. So warming up is important, especially paying attention to these small joints. Put your hands on your hips, rotate through the full range of motion. Again, 10 to the right, 10 to the left. And it doesn't have to be this one. There's a million different ways you can get warmed up. This is just the way that I like to do it. For my background, I've been doing martial arts for about 15 years. I'm also experienced in weightlifting and calisthenics. I like rock climbing, I've done some parkour. Actually, this warm-up comes from parkour. Trunk twists. And given that that's the activity where I found myself getting hurt the most, I found this warm-up to be the most important. So I've carried it over into most all of my physical activities. Arm circles to the back. To the front. Elephant trunks forward and back. Crisscross over the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chain breakers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Shoulder shrugs to the back. To the front. Up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last joint, we're going to rotate the head. And now other direction. Boom, we're loosened up. Okay, so for the cardio portion of our warm-up, we're going to be doing 30 seconds of jumping jacks, 30 seconds of split jumps, and 30 seconds of burpees for 3 rounds. I'm going to do it with you, so let's have some fun. So first thing first, we got jumping jacks. And let's go. Feet spread, arms meet at the top. Some people have shoulder impingements, so they can't actually bring their arms over their head, which is fine. You can do seal jacks, which is where your arms come like this. Either way, you're moving. We've got 10 seconds left.
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Right into the split jumps. Split jumps, right here, jump, switch, boom. Right to there. If you can't do this, regular lunge will do fine. But if you can do split jumps, let's do some split jumps.
Halfway there.
7 seconds. Keep it going.
5 seconds.
2, 1. 30 seconds of good old-fashioned burpee. If you want to, you can turn it into a sprawl, come up with some punches, or you can do regular burpees. However you want. Ten seconds.
5 seconds. Cycle rest for
30 seconds of rest. If you're wearing your gi at home, you should already be sweating. And you guys probably have the AC on. I don't, because the AC ruins my microphone, so it's even hotter in here, which is great. 10 seconds.
5 seconds.
Don't hate it, make yourself love it. And
Interval
let's go.
for 30 seconds.
30 seconds of jumping jacks. Like I said, you got to make yourself love it, because if you teach yourself that you can hate it, eventually you're going to quit. This is part of the process. A full martial artist is also an athlete,
5 seconds.
so take your conditioning seriously.
Interval 2 for 30
Right into the
seconds.
split jumps. You'll notice I'm not slamming my knee into the ground. I have mats that are very forgiving, but even with that, if I slam my knee down, it could seriously hurt me. So I'm being soft
Halfway there.
on my landing. Five seconds, hooray.
Interval 3 for
And 30 seconds of burpees. Halfway there, you guys.
5 seconds. Cycle rest for 30 seconds.
30 seconds of rest. Coming undone here. That's okay though. That's what we're here for. You shouldn't look pretty when you're done. I mean, you should, but considerably after, not during. I always look pretty, so I'm not worried about it.
5 seconds. Interval
And some
1 for
seal
30
jacks.
seconds.
I don't have a bad shoulder. I just like them better. I mean, I do have a bad shoulder, actually. You guys, warm-ups are important. You can get hurt very easily if you don't bother warming up. So, I have a bad shoulder, but I'm ignoring it.
5 seconds. Interval 2 for 30 seconds.
Back to the split jumps. I think everyone who was athletic somewhere in their teen years, into their 20s, probably already had old injuries. That's fine.
Halfway
You want to take care of them. You want to make sure you're seeing specialists to make sure they don't get worse, and you're doing the proper rehab on them. But you should also take pride in them. I do.
5 seconds. Interval 3 for 30 seconds.
Last set of burpees. Let's get them. Whew! Hooray! That's your cardio warm-up. One of the things that I really like about Kajukenbo is that we have super long, intricate combinations which lend themselves to people who like to move fast, like me, and by the end of this lesson, like you. But before we do that, I have to introduce you to a few new strikes, starting with the hammer fist. So the hammer fist is our bludgeoning tool. Whereas the jab cross are whips, and you're trying to give your opponent whiplash, you're trying to shoot their head back and then have it rock forward like that. With the hammer fist, you're using the edge of your hand, or if you have a force multiplier like a pen or a kubaton, you're holding it in there like that. You're crashing down on top of them, using the force of gravity in your hip to smash into bone, smash into soft tissue, whatever. So, I'm here in my fighting stance. I'm going to turn my hip slightly to the left and lift my elbow up like this. I want to engage my elbow like this because if I don't, my hammer fist doesn't actually have any power. I need to think about my fist as a heavy weight and my arm as a flexible rope. So I need to give it as much swing as possible. So I'm going to lift my elbow up here like this, turn my hip back, and drop my fist right across at a 45-degree angle. So elbow up, drop. Same thing on the other side, elbow up, drop. So what you'll notice is that when I'm doing it, I'm tucking my hand short right there. That's for two reasons. Reason one is because I know where I'm hitting. I'm hitting my opponent in the jaw or in the clavicle. But reason two is because I have the hip drive to make that a powerful shot. While you're learning though, feel free to swing all the way through, because the more acceleration you get in this fist, the more powerful it's going to be. What I'm doing is as this elbow's engaged, when it comes down, the other one's getting engaged as well. So it's crashing down like that. So I want you to practice. You're in your fighting stance, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. Then you're going to switch your stance, same thing. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. So that was the hammer fist. Now we're going to move on to the strike that everyone and their mom knows, the karate chop. Okay, so the karate chop, the shuto knife, the knife hand, whatever you want to call it. The hammer fist was like this, the karate chop is like this. My fingers are closed together, my thumb is tucked in. Once again, I'm hitting with the edge of my hand like this. So I'm going to be here in my fighting stance, I'm going to load my hip up to the side, turn my hip out like that again. I'm being careful not to hyperextend my elbow because I run the risk of hurting myself. So I want this chop to land right in front of me. It's a whip of my hips, not a hinge of my elbow doing this motion. My hips and my shoulders are much stronger than my elbow, so I want to put them all together like that. So I'm going to do 10 with the left hand in front of me, and then I'm going to do 10 with the right hand in front of me. Karate chop. Have fun. All right, so just to mix it up, I'm going to introduce you guys to the up elbow. I'm here in my fighting stance. I'm going to take a step forward, and I'm going to launch the point of my elbow straight at my opponent like that, out there like that. What I'm doing is I'm shooting my shoulder forward. I'm not lifting my elbow up like this. I'm shooting my shoulder forward like this. So from the other side, you can see my shoulder is almost pulling away from my back like that. It's going forward like that. If I need to add an upward angle to it, I can, but I'm not brushing my hair here like this, because that's leaving all of that open to get hit. So I'm throwing my elbow forward like that there, and then, for good measure, I'm going to take a step and add that cutting elbow in there like that. So it looks like this. And that's how I want you to practice it. You're going to be here in your left stance, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. Then you're going to switch stance, same thing. 1, 2, 3. Those were our single strikes. Now it's time to take those and start building one long, flowing combination. Let's check it out. We're going to start here in our fighting stance. We're going to start with a really simple jab cross. We're here, jab, cross. I'm going to do that 10 times with you guys, then you're going to do it 10 times on your own. So we're here in our fighting stance. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I want you to pause, do 10 on your own. Make sure you're coming all the way out, all the way back in. Make sure you're not pushing your weight over like that. Your weight should stay in between your legs like that. 10 jab cross on your own. Unpause when you're ready, and we'll move on. All right, now we're ready to add to it. I'm here in my fighting stance. I'm going to go jab, cross, and I'm going to add a left hand chop just like that there. My left hand's coming out, my right hand's coming up here, setting me up for the next strike. I don't want you to think that I'm karate chopping my opponent in the neck like that. What I'm actually doing is I'm pushing him away to get some distance. So it's not jab, cross, like that there. It's more like jab, cross, push. Okay, so we're gonna practice 10 together and then 10 on your own. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Practice 10 on your own. Take your time. Make sure that punch is whipping back into place just like that there. Have fun with it, you guys. All right, so you can probably guess what the next strike is going to be, but if you didn't, I'm just going to tell you, it's that right hammer fist. So we're going to be here in our fighting stance, and we're going to go jab, cross, chop, drop the hammer fist. Once again, you can drop this hammer fist all the way across like that, or you can stop at eye level, however you want to do it. We're going to go 10 together and then 10 on your own. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can see I ramped up the speed on that. That's fine if you've got that, otherwise just go nice and slow. 10 on your own. Unpause and you get it done. Okay, so next addition. I'm gonna add another left hand chop. I'm here in my fighting stance. I go jab, cross, chop, hammer fist. This left hand's loaded up with another chop. Boom, right there. So again, it's gonna go jab, cross, chop, hammer fist, chop. It's gonna go jab, cross, chop, hammer fist, chop. Okay, so we're gonna practice 10 together and then 10 on your own. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, 10 on your own. Come back when you get it done. All right, last thing we're gonna add. We're here in our fighting stance. We're gonna go jab, cross, chop, hammer fist, chop, cross. From the side, it looks like jab, cross, chop, hammer fist, chop, cross. This is a big, powerful cross, so make sure you're sinking your hip into it there. One more time, it's gonna go jab, cross, chop, hammer fist, chop, cross. So we're gonna do 10 together, 10 on your own. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you guys. Hopefully that's not too complicated. That's the last one we've got in this series. Practice on your own. Hopefully you enjoyed that combination and found your flow in it. Remember, your combination doesn't have to look exactly like mine does. Martial arts is about expressing yourself. If you're still going pretty slow, don't worry. Martial arts is a journey. It's not something you can master in one day. So practice it tomorrow, practice it the day after, and eventually you'll be going twice as fast as me. But for now, it's time to move on to the kicks. Okay, so to start this off, we're gonna actually be reviewing 3 kicks that we've already done before. We're gonna be reviewing the front kick, the side kick, and the back kick. But we're gonna put those together in what's called the 3-point drill. So I'm gonna be here in my fighting stance. I'm gonna throw my front kick, then I'm gonna throw my side kick, then I'm gonna throw a back kick. Then I put it down and I do it again. Front, side, back. From the other angle, front, side, back. I want to extend my legs as much as possible. I want to make sure I'm not dropping and then having to throw. If you have to kick low to make this work for you, that's totally fine. So you're going to do 10 sets with the right leg, front, side, back. That's 1. Then you're going to do 10 sets with the left leg, front, side, back. 10 on the left, 10 on the right. If you need to have something to hold on to, that's fine. Otherwise, have fun. I hope you never find yourself in a position where you have to kick someone in front of you, to the side of you, and behind you. But that drill is very good for establishing your balance. It's pretty easy to throw 1 kick, maybe even 2 kicks, but throwing 3 kicks without ever putting your foot back down requires an extreme amount of balance. So practice that drill, and remember, while it might not be practical, it is practical in the sense that you're working on your body. Now, if y'all want to talk about a kick that requires balance and is practical, get ready because you're about to learn the spinning hook kick. I'm here in my fighting stance. My lead foot is going to step from 12 o'clock to about, I'd say 1 o'clock, right there. I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to throw my hook kick from here. Boom. So up to speed, this looks like 1, 2. I'm hinging my knee as I come across. From the stance like this, step across, turn, look, boom, just like that. Again, 12 to 1, turn, look, hinge. Just like that there. You're going to go 10 times with the right leg, and you're going to go 10 times with the left leg. Have fun. Those of y'all who have already done our previous lessons know the front kick. But have you met her sister, the push kick? Alright, so the push kick is pretty similar to our lead leg snap kick. With the snap kick, I'm coming here, snapping out like that, and then bringing it back. My target being under the jaw, maybe into the solar plexus, inside of the leg, or even the groin. With the push kick, my target is anywhere in the center of mass. What I'm trying to do now is push my opponent away from me with the ball of my foot. It looks pretty similar, but if you look closely, I'm pushing with my foot rather than hinging at the knee. So it's coming here. Boom. The ball of my foot is making contact and pushing the opponent away from me. Again, my knee has to come up, and it pushes out now rather than just hinging like that there. So again, snap kick is this, push kick is this. Boom. So I want you to practice 10 with the left leg, and then 10 with the right leg. Now it's time to take our kicks and mix them together into a combination. Don't worry, we're only going to be doing 3 kicks, but they're going to have their own set of challenges. Check it out. So for this combination, we're going to go lead push kick right into lead leg roundhouse kick, which looks like this. I push kick, walk forward roundhouse kick, set it down in front of me, and reset. So from this angle, it's going to go push, walk forward roundhouse kick, put it down, reset. Again, push, round, reset. You're going to practice 10 with the left leg, 10 with the right leg. Have fun with it. Last piece of the kicking combination, we're going to go push kick, roundhouse kick, spinning hook kick, which looks like this. One more time. It's push, roundhouse kick, spinning hook kick. From the side, push, walk the roundhouse kick, set it in front of you, turn and look, hook kick. Take that nice and slow. If you need to, you can go 1, 2, 3. But you're going to practice it 10 total times, starting with the left leg, 10 times with the right leg. Good luck, you guys. That'll do it for our kicks for the day. Now it's time to mix them together with our punches for our punch kick set. Get ready. Oosh! Today's punch kick set is only going to be 1 combination, but it's going to be 9 total strikes. So we're going to start small and we're going to build from there. Get ready. So just like with the punch set, we're going to start by doing jab, cross, chop, hammer. But now we're going to finish with an inside leg kick, which looks like this. Jab, cross, chop, hammer, inside leg kick. That's going right in here, inside the thigh. You're getting them to take a step back, like that. So again, it's going to go jab, cross, chop, hammer, inside leg kick. You'll notice I'm kicking my leg up. As the right foot comes in, the left foot goes up at an angle like that. So again, it's going to be jab, cross, chop, hammer, boom. We're going to do 10 together and then 10 on your own. Let's go 1, jab, cross, chop, hammer, leg kick. 2, jab, cross, chop, hammer, leg kick. 3, jab, cross, chop, hammer, leg kick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, sorry for moving around a lot. this combination is pretty hard to stay in place, so you want to be moving forward with it. Anyway, do 10 on your own, let's move on. Okay, so this is a complicated combination, so we're only going to add one strike right now. We're going to go here, jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, land with a cross. This cross is coming down at an angle because I'm kicking their leg out and dropping them down. So again, it goes jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, cross. From the front, jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, cross. I'm landing with that cross. Okay, let's get our 10. 1, jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, cross. 2, jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, cross. 3, jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, cross. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last time I'm gonna go this way, 10. All right, that's a little hard for me to keep count because we're doing so many strikes, but I think that was 10. Get your 10 and let's move on. So we've done 6 out of our 9 strikes. The last 3 are gonna flow together pretty simply, so we're just gonna do them all right now. Check it out, we're gonna be here. We're gonna go jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, cross, walk forward knee, land elbow, finish with a head kick. Let me break down what I'm doing real quick. Obviously here I'm punching them in the face, pushing them to the side, creating space for this hammer fist. Then I'm kicking their leg out as I described earlier, landing with a cross. Now hopefully their center of gravity is nice and low. I'm walking forward, kneeing them in the stomach, landing with an elbow to the head, and now I'm finishing by bringing them to the ground with that big kick right there. Okay, because of how long this combination is, I'm just gonna break it down a few more times and then I'm gonna let you go on your own. So we're here, we're gonna go jab, cross, chop, that's 3, hammer, kick, cross, that's another 3, knee, elbow, kick. That's your final 3. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more time. So that's how I want you to think about this. It's not 9, it's 3 sets of 3. So here's how I want you to practice. I want you to set a timer for 3 minutes. And for 3 minutes, I want you to practice that drill at your own pace. Let the speed come from repetition, not from you rushing it. So, timer for 3 minutes. Jab, cross, chop, hammer, kick, cross, walk, knee, elbow, head kick. Good luck, you guys. So that was our 9-strike combination. Now, when you're practicing by yourself, you can do all 9 of those in a row. But when you have a live resisting opponent that you're practicing or sparring with, it's important to remember that they're going to be reacting. So you're not going to be doing all 9 strikes at the same time. You have to react to the energy they're giving you. So yes, solo practice, do all 9, it looks super cool. But in real life, 3 at a time, 3 at a time, 3 at a time. Anyway, we're gonna move on. If you don't have a heavy bag, skip ahead to this time code and we'll do our cool down. But if you do happen to have a bag with you, keep watching, because now it's time to get some rounds in. For today's bag work, we're gonna be doing 6 3-minute rounds separated by 1 minute of rest. For rounds 1, 2, and 3, we're going to be focusing on the combination style that we were doing earlier today. And for round 4, 5, and 6, we're going to be focusing on starting combinations with kicks. So rounds 1, 2, and 3, I want you to focus on those unconventional strikes we did earlier. So it can look like jab, cross, chop, hammer, fist, chop. Or it can look like jab, cross, lead elbow. Or it can look like lead elbow, rear cut elbow. While I have you here, let's talk about the push kick, because that's another one that needs something to hit. My snap kick can land from right here and be pretty deadly, but my push kick needs to be long range. Think about your push kick as the jab through your legs. I'm here like this, I lift my knee and I stab that bag. Look how far away that bag moves. I'm right here and I go, whoosh, hitting with the ball of my foot directly into the center of mass of my opponent. So, I don't want to be too close here where I'm jammed up and can't throw a proper push kick. I don't want to be too far away where I have to fall into it. Everything we're doing in rounds 1 through 3 is finding our range for these strikes. So I have my push kick, hammer fist, chop. Maybe I want to go jab, cross, chop. Play with it. Figure out what works for you. Rounds 4, 5, and 6, like I said, are going to be opening with kicks. So normally we go jab, cross, hook, kick. We finish our combinations with kicks. But now I want you to play with what happens if I throw my kick first. Where do I have to land to make sure my punches land? Because ordinarily you throw your kick, bring it back to its original stance, now you're not in punching range. So I'm gonna go roundhouse kick, land close, jab, cross. Or I can go push kick, shoot forward, cross. So rounds 4, 5, and 6, you're gonna throw combinations starting with the kicks, finishing up with punches. And if you want to be real fancy, you can start with kicks, finish with punches, finish with kicks. Remember, rounds 1 to 3, non-conventional strikes. Rounds 4, 5, and 6, starting with the kicks. All right, you guys, good luck. Last thing we have to do is a cool down. We're gonna focus on our hip flexors today. I'm gonna start down here on the ground. I'm gonna take my left leg, and I'm gonna bend my knee on the ground like this, folding my hips over my knee. I'm just hanging out right here. I want you to hang out for 30 seconds just like this, and then you're gonna switch to the other side. So you hang out here from this side, hanging out here like this, not trying to pulse into it, you're just relaxing right here, 30 seconds, and then you're gonna switch to the other side, same thing, just resting on top of it. You should feel that stretch deep in your leg like that there. You're gonna repeat this 3 times on both legs, 30 seconds apiece. Once you get done with that, you're gonna do a hip box. So you're gonna be here like this. You're gonna fold this leg 90 degrees behind you, this leg 90 degrees in front of you, and you're just gonna hang out here like this, trying to keep your hips on the ground. Once again, 30 seconds here. If you want to, you can even try and come up here like this. We're gonna stretch our hips right here. From there, we switch to the other side. Boom, just like that there. Hanging out right here, 30 seconds, 3 times each side. Last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna be here on our feet. We're gonna bend one leg, stretch into that there. Again, 30-second hold here, and then a 30-second hold on the other side. Repeat 3 times on either side. I'm keeping my feet flat on the ground. If you need to come up like that, that's fine, whatever's comfortable. But again, 3 times on either side. Get that all done and we're home free. Okay guys, that was our lesson for the day. As you could probably tell, I decided to ramp up the intensity today. But, like I've said a million times, what's complicated, we have to make simple. What's advanced is just the basics done well. Anyway, you guys, I'm Rob from the Yama-Kan dojo, and I hope to see you next time. Os.